Okay, this will be an interesting one. We can make it work. Right, let's see what we can do with it. Oh no, we don't want black. Sorry, I fat fingered that pet button. Now I'm wondering how big we're going to make this one. Going 400%, and we're just going to make it negative. Just going to set this up. See what colour we're going to make this background. Let's see. We're going to make it don't know what colour. Going yellow for this one. Happy colour. Okay, let's see how we go with the brightness. Actually, we're going to leave the red in the middle, stuff it. Going to the hue, and we're going to warm it up. There's no use using that when, we can use the, I'm not going to use the contrast. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, let's see how this one turns out. Right, what is our original? It is the Australian Ballet, Storytime Ballet, Coppelia. There's a nice little, I thought it was an old lady, but it looks like a child. I thought it was an old lady. I'm actually thinking we can make this enlargement a little bit less than 400, I think. So maybe we can make it 360 and 360. We're just going to make it that. So we're going to just take this and put it on the glass and give it a move. I'm actually looking at this image. This image looks better than that, I'm actually thinking. It's going to be a challenge. Look, I was thinking of enlarging it, but it's going to be a challenge getting it on the right place. So we're going to do a movement piece. So we're just going to use that instead of the front. So we're just going to use that, and I'm wondering if maybe we're just going to use this, and we're just going to slip and slide it across. See how that looks. It's negative mode. I hope it turns out a treat. It doesn't look like it's going to turn up a treat. I could be pleasantly surprised, as I oftenly am. Let's see how this has turned out. Whoa, that looks interesting. You can't see what the fuck that is. We can do a better one than that, I'm sure. But it looks quite nice colour-wise. We're just going to quickly play with the buttons while we're going to have another go at this. Going to make it more angled. We don't want it looking too straight. I just got caught on the fucking edge. Hate it when that happens. Anyway, let's see if we've made this more curved instead of straight. Yeah, that looks a lot better. You can see a ballerina there, and you can see the other guy reaching out to her. That looks quite interesting. I'm thinking we can run with this. Wondering if we're going to keep it like that, and we're just going to decide what's going to be the centerpiece of this. I think we're going to make that the centerpiece. So now we're just going to quickly play with the buttons, and we'll just switch it to copied paper, and we're just going to take that and just resign it to the recycle pile. And I think this is going to be where the center of the job's going to be. So I wonder what we're going to do with this. Okay, just going to put it down like so. I might have to enlarge the edges off to get rid of some of the yellow borders you can just see at the edge. So we're just going to put that down. We're just going to switch it to not 100. We're going to make it a bit bigger. We're going to make it 103 that way and 103 that way. We're going to make it a small enlargement. And we're just going to leave that in place and that, but we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of our background colour, and we're just going to go here and we're just going to do some work. Or maybe, what are we going to do with this? Honestly, going to make it a bit more red. We're going to cool the hue down. Let's see how that looks. Okay, out it comes. Whoa, she's turned a lime green. And there are the hands reaching out. I do like the contrast between the lime and the red. There's a bit of red around her, so I'm thinking we could probably run the job just this way. So I think this will be, wondering where the centre's going to be. That's going to be the centre. That looks interesting. So we're just going to, it's going to be a little bit curly, this paper. Anyway, we're just going to, I'm wondering if we're going to, how we're going to run this. If we're going to make any more adjustments. No, we're just going to run it, stuff it. We're just going to make up our mind. I don't, even though I sort of think I don't like the lime green, it goes well with the red highlights. So let's see how we go with this. Out it comes, and that's our second piece. So we're going to just put them together like so. If we can get if we don't have too much problem with the curling. I've got to change my my damp rid. It's got moisture in it now. It's got water. It's become watery, which means it's going to need a change. Otherwise, it's not going to do its job. We just had some rain last night, even though it's not so. I think it is quite humid today. Maybe that's why it feels a bit hotter today than it does yesterday. And also this unit is quite well insulated, so when you have one hot day after a normal day or a cold day, you don't feel the heat. But once we've had a couple of days worth of hot days, the place does warm up. It would work well with an air conditioner. I can't afford a fucking air conditioner. I can't afford to run an air conditioner, let alone. So I'm seriously thinking about buying a fan. I've never owned a fan in my life. My family never had fans in the house. We used a wood heater most of the time to heat our place in winter, and it was pretty shitty, inefficient. There's no insulation in the house, I don't think, and we've got windows that are made out of single glazed glass, so the heat goes out of the glass anyway, and the heat comes in summer. So it's not a very good place where I was brought up. And we did have a electric heater that we used as a family in a small room, but we stopped doing that. Anyway, that looks interesting. I think that looks good. I think now we can call this one quits.